Hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk about the sun in the fourth house. This is part of the sun sign in the different houses of the zodiac wheel. That's part of the playlist. So you can check out the other houses if you haven't done so already. So this has to do more with where your sun sign is placed on the zodiac wheel. It doesn't really matter what your actual zodiac sign is. So you could be an Aries sun, you could be a Gemini sun, Taurus sun, whatever your zodiac sign is. But this has more to do with which house your sun is placed in when you're drawing up the birth chart. Um, that also reminds me, if you'd like to get a birth chart analysis done or a relationship compatibility done or tarot, you can drop me a message on Facebook or email, and I'll get back to you for a consultation soon. So you can check out the links in the description box below. The links are there. So let's get started. So, the sun in the fourth house. So, first of all, let's talk about the sun. What does the sun represent? The sun represents your ego, your sense of self, your identity. It's a very core part of your personality and who you are. It represents your inner radiance, so to speak. How do you relate to yourself as a person? That is your sun sign. Um, but when we talk about the fourth house, every house in the zodiac wheel represents a certain area of life. And so the fourth house represents your childhood, it represents your mother, it represents the environment in which you grew up. Um, it's the things that you turn to for familiarity and comfort. Those are all the domain of the fourth house. So when you have your sun in the fourth house, it often means that your sense of self, which is the sun or your ego, it's very, very closely connected to your home environment. So the way you feel about yourself or the way you relate to yourself is going to be intrinsically connected to your home environment and how that makes you feel. Now, because the fourth house is also about childhood and the environment in which you grew up, oftentimes people who have sun in the fourth house tend to be very nostalgic about the past. They can have very strong memories connected to their childhood, especially with their mother. Now, of course, this is not a generalized video. I mean, this is just one single placement that I'm talking about here, which is in isolation, like just the sun in the fourth house. But it's going to depend on your whole chart. It's going to depend on, um, is the sun the only planet in the fourth house? Are there any aspects being made to the sun? What sign is in your fourth house? It's going to depend on so many things, which is why I always recommend a full birth chart analysis to get a complete picture. But if we're just talking about the sun in the fourth house, this person will generally be somebody who is very nostalgic, who has a very strong connection to their childhood. Um, Sometimes they may be stuck in the past. That is the lower octave of the fourth house, because the fourth house often has themes of the zodiac sign of Cancer, because Cancer generally rules the fourth house in the zodiac wheel. So these people can be very sensitive in nature, even if it doesn't matter what their zodiac sign is. So they could be a fire sign or an air sign, which are not known to be very emotionally expressive generally. But because their sun is in the fourth house, they may be more emotional or more sensitive compared to somebody who doesn't have this placement. So, and also the fourth house, because it has so many themes around childhood, nostalgia, reminiscing about the past. Like I said, sun and fourth house people can often be stuck in the past sometimes, and so they can be stuck in a loop sometimes, especially if they've gone through, let's say, a traumatic experience in childhood, or let's say they did not have a very pleasant childhood. Then these can be the type of people who may live in the past. They may not be able to get over it that easily. Um, the fourth house also has to do with the mother. So, whichever zodiac sign is here in your fourth house, it may also define the kind of mother you had, the kind of parents you had, the kind of upbringing you had. So it's going to also color or give a picture about the environment you had while growing up. um, and it also depends if you have other planets here in the fourth house. If you have the sun here, then depending on what sign is here in the fourth house, your childhood would have been like that, quite possibly. um, Sun in the fourth house people can often be very, very ambitious as well. uh, Even though they are quite emotional and sensitive by nature, they are also very ambitious, because the fourth and 10th houses are polar opposites on the axis in the zodiac wheel. And if you look at the traditional rulers of the fourth and 10th house, it's Cancer and Capricorn. And both Cancer and Capricorn are cardinal signs, and one often underestimates that, when we talk about Cancerian placements, we often say that they are very emotional or very sensitive, but we forget the fact that it's also a cardinal sign, and once they set their mind on something or once they decide to do something, they are going to take the steps that's needed to make it happen. They're initiators. That's what all cardinal signs do. Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, they are all initiators. And so even the sun in the fourth house people, they are very, very ambitious, from a very young age, I would say. They know what they want. Even if they don't have clarity on what they want as they grow up, they figure it out and they generally go for what they want. And they kind of push through life. They can be quite moody and sensitive sometimes, but at the same time, when they want something, they are going to make it happen. So they don't let their emotions or their sensitive nature get in the way at all. Um, these people can be great parents, depending on what their environment was while growing up. But because they have this psychic sensitivity, emotional sensitivity, they also have a lot of warmth and connection to children, because the fourth house is connected to children as well, and nurturing. A lot of mothering themes. So these people, even if this person has like sun in Aries or sun in a more masculine zodiac sign, because they have it in the fourth house, they will most likely be very, very like like raising children or being around children or nurturing is going to be very close to their heart. That's going to be a subject that's very close to their heart. Um, so yeah, I mean, even if they don't have children of their own, they are going to want to nurture people around them. So let's say this is somebody at a managerial position, in a corporate work environment. This person is going to try and nurture their team members, the people that report to them. They are going to try and nurture their team. So the nurturing qualities get channeled in different ways depending on how this person lives their life. They could be actual children that this person has, or they could be people around them. But the nurturing qualities are going to get channeled in different ways. But they love to mentor people, they love to nurture people, they love to help people become better versions of themselves. um, the nurturing themes are very strong here because it's the fourth house that we're talking about. This person, they often use the past as leverage. What I mean by that is, while they may be very nostalgic people, they may be sometimes stuck in a loop in the past if they're not conscious of their thoughts. They are also the kind of people that will use the past as a lesson and move on. Because, like I said, Cancer, which rules the fourth house, is a cardinal sign. And so these people, um, even if they've gone through tremendous heartbreak or whatever it is that they went through during their childhood, they're going to use these themes as powerful lessons and use that as leverage to move on. So it's not like they're only stuck in the past and they don't move on. No, they actually learn from it and they keep these lessons for life. So they are very powerful. Like if we look at Cancer, the zodiac sign of Cancer, um, the symbol is the crab, and the crab has a very protective outer shell. It also has those claws. So if it is attacked or if it feels attacked in any way, it's going to defend itself. It's going to also attack as a defense mechanism. So these people are very tenacious. They don't give up that easily. They hold on to their dreams and goals, and they will go after it and keep persevering till they've achieved it. It's very, very tenacious, this placement. So that's a little bit about the sun in the fourth house. If you like this video and if it resonated with you, do give it a thumbs up. And if you liked it, do drop in a comment in the comment box. I love reading your comments and interacting with you. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, definitely drop me a message on Facebook or email. Both the links are in the description box, and I'll get back to you soon. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.